Hey guys, my name is Jonas, I'm an architect, and today I want to share you 5 tricks that I found over the years in the SketchUp that helped me enormously to speed up my workflow, to model and work much faster. The first one is an array tool. Well, there is no array tool in SketchUp, as you might already know, but you probably know that if you have some kind of shape, let's draw a shape like that. Let's make it a group, and if we may hit a copy, and then you can enter a number of repetitions you want that copy to clone. So let's get 10 and X, write a number and a letter X, and then it erases it for you. So nothing special, you say. Well, did you know, guys, that you could also use the same thing? So let's draw another rectangular, just like this. We'll make it a group, and we rotate the guy with the control, let's say 10 degrees. We make 46 copies, just like that, and just in seconds you can have this kind of more complex geometry. Very easy, very fast, very time efficient. So if you didn't use it until now, make sure you start using those commands and take the full advantage of them. So the second trick that I want to teach you today is using the hide the rest of the model command. So let me show you what I mean. So let's say we have a lot of boxes. Once again, I make a very simple example, and I'm gonna group them. I'm gonna copy them in another direction as well. And let's just say I will make them a little higher, okay? And I'm gonna erase a few in the middle, and let's just say we have some kind of model, and in the middle we have our shape which we are working on. So let's just say it's that kind of shape, just any random shape, doesn't matter what it is. Okay, and I'm gonna make a group also. You can make component or a group, doesn't matter. So you have this situation, and we want to edit our model in the middle, but we have all those columns in our way. They are sticking to our face, and it's very uncomfortable to work. We have zero access to it. And what can we do? Well, we double click and we hit hide the rest of the model command, and you see the rest of the model disappears, and we are free to go. We're free to work. We're free to do whatever we want with this model with very good access. And how do I do it? Well, as I said, there is a command hidden somewhere deep in the SketchUp which is called hide the rest of the model. There is no default shortcut for that, but I'll show you where you can find it, and you can assign your own shortcut if you want to. So you go to Window, you go to Preferences, you go to Shortcuts, and then you enter hide, and then you can see View, Component, Edit, Hide, Rest of Model, and you can assign a shortcut. In my case, I have Shift+S. Very good. So you enter a component, you hide the rest of the model, or you reveal the rest of the model, and it works for any component. So I hit hide the rest of the model, I enter any group or component, and the rest of the groups and components or the model are gone. So it's very useful. If you didn't know it, make sure you take a full advantage of it, use it, and save a lot of time and get easy access to your models. So that was hide the rest of the model. The next one is modeling and scaling components. So we all know and we all like to model components, yeah? So let's say we create a component by pressing G. I enter the component, I extrude the component, okay? And I copy that guy here. And let's just say I want to put some wooden planks between those two columns. So instead of drawing a new plank, I will just copy this column, and I'm just gonna scale it. So I'm gonna use the scale tool, and I'm gonna scale it. I'm gonna move it. Then I'm gonna copy it like this, like that. 14 times will do it. Okay, so I'm gonna select the rest. I'm gonna scale them to match it. Okay, and let's say we want a window, so it's not a problem. I'm just gonna select a few guys here. I'm gonna scale them. Then I'm gonna move. Copy, lock my axis, okay, like this. I'm gonna scale them here, just like that, okay. And It's very fast to model in this way, and I also only use one component, which makes my SketchUp file very light in case you have very complex geometries to work with. And if we want to apply material to one of those, so I hit B and I just apply any material, and just like that I have the material on every single element. And well, you can say me that those columns should be different, so that's not a problem. I just select the columns, right click and click make unique, and then I double click to enter those components, and I'm gonna apply a different color to them. They're both work at the same time, they're still components. And so that's a very, I don't like that color though, just a sec. Let's make them darker. Yeah, just like that. Okay, that's much better. And let's make Susanna higher, so we have some scale going too. Okay, so so that was using components. So use one component for everything. It's not for all the cases, but if you have some kind of structures going, some framing going, make sure you use one component, you scale it, your rate, you have light file, and have all the accessibility, so it's very good. Okay, so that was scaling components. The next one is very simple, but in case you didn't know, I'm gonna share it with you too. So we have a wall, let's say, and let's just say we want to make some holes in it. So let's say we want to make a lot of holes. So normal way would be to take a push and pull tool and then extrude it so we have this empty hole. And so for the rest of the extrusions, what we can do, instead of holding our mouse and dragging this hole, we can double click on every surface, since it remembers the depth of the last extrusion, and it could really save a lot of time. And so it also works in all directions. So if we have some kind of column, one more time, I like columns as you noticed. So we have some columns going, and I extrude one column and I want to match the others. So first one I match, I snap, and the rest I just double click and they follow the previous model. Okay, yeah, how about that? That looks pretty cool, huh? Almost Le Corbusier style. Anyway, so that was the small trick for push and pull. And the last one I want to show you, once again I'm gonna draw some boxes to illustrate that better. So I'm gonna copy the box. Okay, let's make those groups. No, not like this, separate groups. So this group, I'm gonna scale the guy, I'm gonna rotate it, I'm gonna copy that again. So whatever I have, so I have them random in the space, and let's say you need to move one component, you want to snap, and the SketchUp doesn't want to snap, and you need to lock one of the axes, and for some reason SketchUp doesn't want to lock your axis, so you have to spend a lot of time to find those axes. And what you can do is use the arrows on your keyboard. That's very, very good. So in that case, you can lock all the axes. So if you hit the left arrow on your keyboard, that locks the green axis, and now it's locked. I can snap where I want to. Okay, let's hit move again and hit the right arrow, and then it locks the red axis. Also very, very useful. And the same with the blue axis, I hit an up arrow and it locks the blue axis, so I just now select which point to snap, and then it stays on that axis. So it's a big time saver, and it's adds a lot to your precision. And also, if you don't use it, didn't use it before, make sure you start using it. It'll save you a lot of time, trust me. So that's it for today, guys. So I shared the 5 tricks I learned over the years, how to use SketchUp better, how to save time, and time is money. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button, and see you next time. Cheers.